Cosby of sexual assault. Cosby was the first celebrity tried and convicted in the Me Too era. The Supreme Court decision also means he cannot be retried on these specific charges. News is obviously taking a lot of people by surprise. Some of his accusers are already blasting the ruling, and we're going to keep tracking this story and bring you developments as they happen. We're also going to watch for the moment that Cosby is released from prison today. You can stay updated with our ABC 10 News mobile app. We'll also send an alert as soon as he goes free. The Attorney General has just released data showing there was a surge in hate crimes in California from 2019 to 2020. ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell joining us live. And Marie, there are certain communities that were impacted by these crimes.
Jim, so while the number of hate crimes in the state has gone up, they've also seen a big increase in the victims coming from Black or AAPI communities. And the Attorney General says most of this started right at the beginning of the pandemic.
It was also about wondering whether you or someone you love would be attacked simply because of the way you look. And while the pandemic may be receding for now, that other fear still resides within us, within our Asian American community generally.
The latest data shows there's a 107% increase in hate crimes in the state of California, majority of those against members of the Asian American Pacific Islander community. Police in the Bay Area have been investigating situations such as this, where two Asian women, ages 65 and 85 years old, were stabbed at a bus stop by a man clutching a knife and after was seen walking away. The Attorney General says he's encouraging law enforcement to build relationships within the community to prevent these crimes, as majority of them aren't initially reported. He's also making sure information and material is printed in different languages so people know how to identify these types of crimes, how to report it, and know where to get help. The Attorney General says he'd also like to see emphasis placed on restorative justice and alternative sentencing, which can mean things such as community service. Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
Marie, thank you very much. Another sad update this morning in the search for victims in the Surfside building collapse. 16 people now confirmed dead, 147 still unaccounted for. The new numbers from rescue crews this morning come ahead of President Biden's planned visit to the site tomorrow. ABC's Morgan Norwood explains why rescuers say they are not giving up hope that they will still find people alive.
As the massive search and rescue operation enters day 7 in Surfside, Florida officials asking the federal government for more help, requesting an additional team to backfill their crews before severe weather closes in.
This is the attention of the state, of the country, and in some respects the world. This is hurricane season. The state government's monitoring all storms that are happening.
Crews have already removed 3 million pounds of debris from the collapse. Colonel Golan Vok, who's leading the Israeli rescue team, speaking with CNN, saying they found tunnels and voids within the rubble.
We found people. Unfortunately, they are not alive.
Now, officials calling for a grand jury investigation into the partial collapse as details emerge about the condition of the Champlain Tower South before it crumbled. ABC News confirming a letter was sent to residents back in April, warning that damage had, quote, gotten significantly worse, that concrete deterioration is accelerating and would begin to multiply exponentially. All of this after a 2018 engineering report revealed the need for the repairs. But the cost was steep. The repairs were priced at $15 million. Residents asked to pay anywhere from $80,000 to $336,000. Now the lawsuits are mounting. Reza Rodriguez, who made it out alive, says she's been reporting issues in the building for years. The night of the collapse, she says the building, quote, swayed like a sheet of paper. 64-year-old Ileana Montegudo narrowly escaping.
Something inside of me said, run, because this building will collapse. And I start going down fast. And I feel crack, crack, crack. 3 seconds separate the life to death.
The condo association responding, saying it can't comment on pending litigation. Right now, the search continues as President Joe Biden prepares to travel to Surfside on Thursday. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Miami Beach, Florida.
New developments after a 3-year probe. Former President Donald Trump's company and its CFO are expected to be charged with tax crimes. According to the Wall Street Journal, Manhattan's district attorney could bring the charges as soon as today. The alleged tax crimes are in connection with an array of perks and benefits awarded to employees in the Trump organization. DA's indictment would be the first to charge Trump's company with an alleged criminal conduct. Well, we could learn as early as today when the recall election for California Governor Gavin Newsom will take place. Recall drive has been fueled by anger over the restrictions Newsom put in place to curb the spread of COVID-19 during the surge in cases in California. Democrats pushed to move the election up to take advantage of the positive progress made in reopening the state, while Republicans argue the move is unfair. We'll let you know as soon as that date is announced. Well, many of San Diego's biggest fireworks shows scheduled to go off once again this year after being canceled last year due to the pandemic. ABC 10 News anchor Mary McKenzie joining us live. And Mary, firefighters making a big push today to get people to go to these shows instead of setting off illegal fireworks.
And that's why we're here at Shelter Island, Jim, where one of the biggest shows happens. Of course, that's the Big Bay Boom that is launched from here. Firefighters urging people to go to these shows instead of taking fireworks into their own hands. This was a demonstration done by the fire department last year of what can happen when people take pyrotechnics into their own hands and it goes wrong. It happened a lot last year. The department received 323 calls due to illegal fireworks on the 4th of July last year, up from 76 calls the previous year.
Having worked that day last year during the pandemic, there was a lot of home fireworks shows people were doing in their streets, cul-de-sacs, and some even in their backyards.
All consumer fireworks are illegal in San Diego County due to the risk of injury and also the risk of starting a fire, like this brush fire started by Home Fireworks in Hamishaw. The list includes firecrackers, cherry bombs, bottle rockets, even poppers. People think the small little pop-it ones are safe, even giving them to kids. And a bunch of them going in a pocket and going off all at once can lead to serious burns. Sparklers, too.
Huge problem with the sparklers. So sparklers burn very, very hot, and a lot of kids use them because they're very small, minimal, gives off a nice spark. They're very pretty, fun to play with, write your name in the sky. The problem is they do burn hot and they cause a lot of burn injuries to the eyes and the arms.
Consumer fireworks like these often come from out of state and from Mexico, where there are no safety regulations. San Diego Fire Rescue has an amnesty program. You can drop off any illegal fireworks.
Go to any local fire station in the city of San Diego and you can knock on that door and we will accept them, no questions asked.
And then head out to see the shows put on by the professionals this year. And I don't know about you, Jim, I cannot wait for those to begin. The Big Bay Boom, of course, on the 4th of July, for example. That amnesty program is year-round. You can drop them off at any fire station if you happen to have some of those illegal fireworks. Reporting live from Shelter Island, Mary McKenzie, ABC 10 News.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the big shows this year as well. Mary, thank you very much. Meanwhile, we're still waiting on a decision that will determine if the fireworks show will go on this weekend in La Jolla. An animal rights group suing to try to stop the 4th of July fireworks show over the Cove because of the potential impact on the seals that make it their home there. They're also worried about debris from the show falling into the ocean. Organizers say they've been putting on the community-funded event for decades without issue, and we'll let you know what the judge decides.